What up? What up? That's right. We are live. We are back in action with style and fashion, pouring out our passion for the NFL, smashing through your radio waves, you diehards sitting in your NFL man caves. Here we go. We're back for another edition of Third and Three, presented by the Sports Column and brought to you by Reebok. Go to thirdand3podcast.com for all the latest deals in winter wear. Get some new kicks for the holidays. All Reebok has got to offer. It's the perfect time to do it. Take advantage of our offer. Go to thirdand3podcast.com to get the deals. You know it. That's how we do it, and we show it. We love you. We're here. We're ready to roll. Tricky Nicky Gist, the real deal. Damian Adams in the house. How we doing, guys?
We're good. We're in week 14 already, guys.
Yeah, it's a little depressing, isn't it? I know. But hey,
it's like he's not depressed on this private island he's got.
No, obviously not over there. Revis Island is right next to him, and then you got Adams Island.
Yeah, I just bought the island. I was trying to splurge with the podcast money, so I was like, I may as well go ahead and give me an island so I can get away from all the troubles. So, and you can see I'm on my yacht, and the island's behind me, so I own the yacht and the island.
It's like a nice, quiet, perfect day over there on your island.
Yes, we're all gonna come work for GMSC podcast.
Yeah, right? There you go, free promo drop right there for you guys. What's up, Ma? Ma's joining the show today. Beautiful thing. Before we get going, Nikki, you got something to share with us, don't you?
I do. We have a new sponsor, everybody. Woo! So this is very fitting. I make no secret about it that I do get Botox and lip injections, and hey, that's okay. So, side note, I know guys that get Botox too. So this is not just for the ladies, but for the ladies. So our friend, Dr. David Cashin, he has a phenomenal office in Long Island. So if you guys are interested and he's expanding to the Cleveland Clinic Center. So he's going to do a whole flagship office there. So he is fantastic at injectables, Botox, lip injections. Anyway, if you are interested, he has a wait list going on. I'm going to put it on my Instagram, but you guys will get 30% off all injectables. If you are interested in that, you just have to use the promo code Nikki, and that's it.
Simple stuff right there. Not edibles, injectables.
Not edibles, not yet. Injectables. So you just get like a little boop here, a little bit here, do a little baby Botox, do a little lip flip, a little lip injection, whatever you want. Just use promo code Nikki. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that? You are a promo code. Is that unbelievable or what?
Yes, my promo code Nikki right there.
Your name.
I am a promo code.
I love it. All right. I know some people who can definitely use that action, so I'll be passing the message along. Beautiful.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's get going. Time for some football talk. It was a pretty awesome weekend. We're looking forward to another amazing one coming up starting tomorrow night. We got the Rams and we got the Raiders, but we got some neighborhood news to get into. Firstly, I just want to mention to both of you guys, the Denver Broncos, what a shame, what a waste of a great defense that nobody even knows about because they're a losing team and they can't score. And they only allow 17 points a game, and it should be less than that, but they're on the field all damn game. Just some, names that you guys need to know at home. And Nikki, I know you guys know these names, but Draymond Jones and DJ Jones, who came over from the 49ers, Deshaun Williams. Their secondary may be the best in football with Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons, Pat Surtain is a top 3 cornerback in the NFL. They're just awesome all over. I mean, Baron Browning is another guy that nobody knows about, because this defense is so fantastic, but they get no love because their offense sucks. This would really be one of the best defenses that we've seen in the last 20 years probably, but nobody's talking about it.
Well, yeah, because one of the best defenses of all has maybe the worst offense we've seen in the last 20 years.
Awful.
That they're playing with right now. Like, if Denver had just a bad offense, not good, not average, not great, just a bad offense, they'd be like 10-2. But they have a historically awful, terrible offense, and that's why they're not winning games. If they had the Carolina Panthers offense, we know the Panthers aren't good at offense. If they had the Carolina Panthers offense, they'd be like 10-2. Carolina's averaging like 19 points a game. If they had that offense, they'd be 10-2.
It is Nikki, they have the greatest defense that you can ask a team to have, but they are 32nd in offense. They just can't. What a waste of a great defense. And no wonder why they're yelling at Russell Wilson on the sideline.
No, it is a waste. It's not just Russell Wilson, though.
No, it's not.
McDaniel can't hack it.
not.
Something is wrong over
Yeah,
there. And
100%.
honestly, like, he can't possibly get another coaching job after this.
He should have been fired already, Nikki.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm surprised. Like, they gave him an assistant. Like, I mean,
Right. They give him
that
12
didn't help.
assistants, and it's not working. Yeah. How many more assistants can you want? Jeez. All right. So here's a fascinating thing that I saw over the weekend, and I started concocting my own stats. The Packers now lead the Bears in all-time wins in NFL history, 787 to 786. So I started thinking, I'm like, well, the Packers have owned them for a long time between Favre and Rodgers, right? Well, check this out. So two of the best all-time records, like I said, in the league, Favre as a Packer, not as a Viking or a Jet, as a Packer, went 22-10 against the Bears. Rodgers is 25-5 all time. This is going back to 1992. So the Bears have only beat the Packers 15 times in the last 30 years, 15 times in 62 games. D, that just shows you, one, the greatness of those quarterbacks, and two, what a flip-flop. The Bears owned them 30 years ago in wins. But this is unbelievable.
It also shows you the flip of the league, right? The league went from being a running league, rough and tough, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, to you need your quarterback to be excellent to win games. Green Bay got excellent quarterbacks. Chicago hopefully have one of Justin Fields. We still, yet to be determined on that, but have not had one. And that's why you see the shift in that rivalry.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point, man. That makes all the sense in the entire world because, Nikki, going back to even the early 90s, we were seeing Emmitt Smith win MVPs, and you would never see that nowadays. Running backs don't win MVPs anymore. So D is right. The game
I
is
wish
different.
they would.
Yeah, it's too bad.
I wish they would.
Last one was Adrian Peterson, and that's only because he went for over 2,000 yards. My God.
Yeah.
Von Miller's out
with Christian Ponder at quarterback. I always have to say
Yeah,
that when people
Christian Ponder.
How amazing is that?
That's right.
Yeah, we all picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl, and they still might. But, Nikki, now they have to do it without Von Miller. This is bad.
Yeah, I know. I think they'll be okay, though. Like, they're one of those teams that, like, you're good enough that you can overcome one of these devastating injuries. They're good enough to overcome these mistakes, not like the Giants, who just, can't close out a game with 47 different opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
They're good enough that they can overcome these things. So it's unfortunate, but I think they'll be just fine.
You know what? I think they're going to be all right also, even though those are huge shoes to fill, D, because he was their best pass rusher by far. The thing is, they do get Tre'Davious White back now, and he's playing, so that's a great thing. So maybe he can make up for some of that lackluster in the pass rush now. But, guys like Greg Rousseau are going to have to step up, and Edmonds are going to have to step up. But this is a huge loss, Von Miller. I mean, again, we're talking about a key guy who was going for his third Super Bowl with a third different team.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a big loss. But like Nikki said, this team somehow manages to overcome those losses, right? They had a bunch of losses in the secondary, like you mentioned, and somehow overcome those losses, especially at safety, and have been able to overcome those losses by just next man up. It's a cliche, but this team honestly shows that it really does come through for them. So I think that they'll be able to overcome this. Now, that big time play, right? You're playing against the Chiefs and you need that sack of Patrick Mahomes on third down instead of him running around for 3 extra seconds. That's where you may see if we had Von Miller right here, that's where you might see it. But I think they'll be okay as far as the season goes and into the playoffs.
Well, this just means their offense is going to have to score like maybe 3 more points a game or something like that, and they are capable of doing so. We'll see James Cook becoming more a part of that offense right now. Mike Patton, he's with us. He thinks that this is definitely a big blow, and I totally agree. Totally agree. All right, a couple more things in the neighborhood news, and I got to ask you guys this question. First off, Nikki, let's see. Can the Lions, who yours truly predicted would make the playoffs this year, and I don't know right now, but they're 5-7. So my question to you is, can they make the playoffs, and do they have to win 5 in a row to go 10-7? They have the Vikings this week, in which they're favored. Then they're at the Jets, at the Panthers, got the Bears at home, and then the Packers. That is not a tough schedule. Can Detroit get 4 out of 5 or maybe even 5 out of 5? Do you think so with that schedule?
I mean, in theory, yes, the schedule is easy, but I mean, we've also seen Detroit blow some of these games too. Yeah. So, yeah, they do have to win out, correct? I think
probably.
I think they have to win
probably.
out. So, yeah.
I think 10 wins is the mark that you have to get to.
I'm going to assume they're going to lose 2 of those last 5.
Okay, so D, she says 2 out of the last 5, and Mike's saying Lions are going to make the Super Bowl line at Food Lion. No play. Well, probably no playoffs this year. I mean, it'd be close. Again, 5-7 D. They got the Vikings this week at home, the Jets, the Panthers, the Bears, and then the Packers. It's not a tough schedule, so it's not out of the realm of possibility, but they would need help again from either Washington or the Giants. One of them would have to fall off, and they
Watch
both
your mouth.
I know. Last
They would. That's the thing. So they would need either, like you said, Giants, Washington, or maybe even, sad to say it, San Francisco without Jimmy G. They would need
Or even
somebody
Seattle.
to fall, or Seattle. They would need one or two of those teams to take a major fall. And that's the part that I don't think is going to happen. I don't think they're going to have one or two of those teams take a major fall for them to climb back up in there. I wish this team was in the NFC South. If they were in the NFC South, they would have a legit chance to make the playoffs, and they would be a fun playoff team. No, the Bucks aren't a fun playoff team. Do not get fooled by them coming back on the Saints. The Saints absolutely just choked that game away on Monday Night Football. One of the biggest choke jobs you're ever going to see. So don't get fooled by that.
3 minutes left. That's all. Come on, man. Pull it out.
Yeah, it's so many things had to go wrong for the Bucks to win that game. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, Tom Brady. Like the Saints absolutely just swallowed a chicken bone on Monday Night Football for sure. So,
we haven't heard that one in a while.
His interference was the start of it on Mike Evans. That was the start of it. But you know what? He probably would have scored a touchdown anyway. But then again, he did drop an easy goal earlier this year. Maybe it shows up again. Mike already beaten me to the punch over here. Jets are going to beat them with Mike White at the helm. Talking about the Bills, they got this week. Right now, the Jets are the 7th seed, Nikki. They have left the Bills this week, then the Lions, like we spoke about, the Jaguars, the Seahawks, and then they finish it out with the Dolphins. If 10 wins is the target also in the AFC, can they get 3 more wins there with the Lions, the Jaguars, the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Seahawks?
That's tough. I don't know if they can get 3, probably 2. But I will say I read Mike Patton's comment as Jews are going to beat them with Mike White.
My God.
And I was like, what does that mean?
That is so funny. Oh, my Lord.
I really sat here and had to reread it a couple times.
I made a first grammatical error over there trying to figure Jets are going to beat them up. Mike White has been showing some stuff. Do you think he's got enough stuff to win 3 games? Like, I guess the Lions, the Jaguars, and the Seahawks are the most winnable games there, sandwiched in between the Bills and the Dolphins to close it out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that the Jets definitely, I think they can get 3 wins. I can see them getting into the playoffs. I don't see any of the teams behind them really making a run. I don't see the Patriots making that run. Like, I think they'll get in, and it might just be by default for that 7th spot, but I think they'll be a dangerous playoff team. And if the Bills aren't careful, we could get Bills Jets first round. That could be very, very interesting.
Ooh, a little preview coming up this weekend. It is rivalry week, and that's hard to say. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Zach Wilson, Mike's saying, may as well go play in the Saved by the Bell remake because he won't be the starter again this year. It won't even be the backup.
He does look like a high school student, so that would fit for sure.
That is all finished right there. Oh man, there's a lot more stuff I can bring up with you guys right now, but we'll just do one more in neighborhood news because we want to move on. I have something interesting I'll bring up to you guys next week. It's about a little tease, having a kickoff in every quarter. But last thing I'll bring up right now: who is the best team in the NFL, Damian?
Best team in the NFL right now is the Philadelphia Eagles. I know Nick doesn't want to hear that. But when you look at a team that's able to win in different ways, Philadelphia does it in all types of ways. They can blow you out if they're rolling. If it's a close game, they can make that last-second drive where if you're trying to play off and you're trying to play in the zone to protect from the pass, Jalen Hurts can run on you. If you play up close, then now you got A.J. Brown going over the top. They have so many weapons and so many different ways to beat you. And I love how this team just finds different ways to do it. And they've been the most complete team so far. So I have to go with Philadelphia.
I agree with you. And I just want to put up this comment over here from a Poppy. I think that's maybe referring to Big Poppy over there. Bills losing Von. Yeah, we talked about that. And that maybe takes them out of the equation, Nikki, for the best team in the NFL. I agree with D. And I think the Eagles are the most complete team right now. We saw them take down Tennessee, put up 35 points on this weekend. They got a tough defense. They really do, Tennessee. And you know what? They stopped Derrick Henry, so they're showing that they can now go against the run game. Philly has been so impressive this year. And maybe you thought about the Chiefs a little bit, but then the Bengals beat them. So it's like, oh, damn. Maybe the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know. I'm sure that's not music to your ears at all right now. But who do you think?
Yeah, shut up.
You don't want none of that. You don't want none of that.
No, I don't
Who
want.
do you think, though? In all honesty, taking bias out of the equation, who do you think?
I'm not a bias. I think I've become way more objective over the years of doing this show and podcasting.
It's funny. She becomes objective now when the Giants are actually having a good season.
I've been objective for 2.5 years. We're going on 3 years. I've been really objective. This is the first time the Giants have been good in like 10 years. And I don't even think they're that great. All right. They got a lot of problems. So, but they're playing a meaningful game in December and it's been a minute. No, yeah, I will say like the Chiefs, like the Bengals just seem to have the Chiefs number. So I'm not going to ding them too much for that. They're still one of the top teams in the league. But yeah, I just don't know who's stopping Philly at this point.
I don't know if anybody's going to stop them, but we still have a lot more football left to play. So I don't know, man. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Dallas is a tough team right now. I'm looking forward to seeing those two teams play again. That'll be very interesting.
I'm not.
For sure.
Well, you want them to beat each other up, right? So you can slide in there and take control. Maybe get I don't know. We'll see.
We have to. I think three would do it, and I don't know where those 3 wins are coming from.
Well, we'll see. 5 weeks left. 5 games left to play. We'll find out.
So,
all right, Gutsy,
Nikki, how did you feel after the tie? How did you feel?
All right, you guys know me. How do you think I felt? I'm just so mad. There shouldn't be ties in football. There's no crying in fucking baseball, and there should be no goddamn ties in football. What are we doing? Why can't we just play until somebody scores? I know it's like that for the postseason, but what? It's stupid. It's the stupidest shit ever. I can't stand it. And honestly, it feels like a loss. I didn't know how to feel. So I just felt like, well, we lost because they had opportunities to close it out and you couldn't do it. Are you serious? I felt like as much praise as I give Brian Daboll, I just felt like they were playing for the tie, which pissed me off even more.
Mm-hmm. They were playing not to lose. That's what it looked like, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of opportunities for them to close it out. You have to give T. Henney, as I call him, Taylor Heineke, got to give him some credit. He made some really big plays to keep that game going. At 4th and 4, where he's running to the left and find Samuel down the field, that was huge to keep that drive going. And I watched that whole second half. I was glued in, and I thought for sure, I'm like, the Giants are eventually going to pull away because it seems like they had it in their hand, like to just one more field goal, one more good drive, and they would have won this game. They just couldn't do it. So you do have to hold the coach accountable for that.
Yeah, they look like the better team on the field. I'm like, the Giants look like the better team in this game right now. So, that's got to sting a little bit knowing that you were the better team on that particular Sunday. At least Boys for Life giving you some love, saying the Giants are better than the Eagles living in a whole nother planet right now, but that's okay. Yep, Nikki did channel her inner Tom Hanks right there. Yep, she sure did.
I did.
All right, we're going to get into game picks in a few minutes over here. But first, before bragging rights to Crow Bites, Gutsy and Putsy Cole, I'm wrapping up into one play here, and that was the 49er Dolphin game when the Dolphins, or Mike McDaniel, I should say, decided to go for it on 4th and 1 from their own 19-yard line, pulling a Brandon Faley out of his ass right there. There were 10 minutes left to go, and this was only a one-score game. Again, we're in the 4th quarter with 10 minutes left. Yeah. It's a one-score game. Now, I will say it did work out for them. That's why the Gutsy part comes in, because they did convert. Later on in that drive, on another 4th down, they did not convert, but whatever. That takes guts, and to me, that is more putsy than gutsy, going for on your own 19-yard line in a one-score game with 10 minutes left to go.
Yeah, you can tell that he felt like our offense isn't doing anything. Like our offense is not able to really generate drives, even though it's only one score. 2 of the scores came on long passes. Like the first score of the game was a long pass, and then one to Tyreek Hill later on. So most of the game, their offense was very, very stagnant and couldn't do much. They were not. And what I noticed in that game is that San Francisco, was very aggressive with Miami's receivers. And most teams have been scared to be aggressive because all the speed they have. But San Francisco's like, no, we're going to be ourselves. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to press. We're going to bring pressure. And it threw off the timing of Miami for most of the game, outside of the times where they did get beat in those 2 big plays. So I think that McDaniel thought, man, let's try to shake them up. Let's try to do something here to get our offense going. So I definitely get the pussy part of it, though, because if it doesn't work out, you're just giving points away. I definitely get why you say that, though.
Yeah, because then you're giving points away, Nikki, to a defense that's stout right there, and all they got to do is kick a field goal to take a 2-score lead. So I was like, I mean, this is crazy right now. And again, not like Miami's defense is great or anything, but San Fran's is. So I don't know. Tough
Crazy.
one. Yep.
I love how you wrapped it all into one. Like you just couldn't decide. Is it
yeah, exactly. Gutsy. So if you just plop it all in right there. Yeah, Mikey Patton. Here we go. 49ers are playing the Bucs this week. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first, before the game picks, one more thing. D, bragging rights and crow bites, baby.
Yes, this is where we get to brag about something we got right in the prior week and also eat crow about something we got wrong in the prior week all throughout the season. So it can go either way. We don't follow rules, but this is where we get to eat some crow and then wash it down with some bragging rights. So we're going to go ladies first here. What are you eating crow on this week, Nikki?
Well, this is embarrassing, but not because I had a reasoning behind it. I thought if any team was going to stop Philly, it would be Tennessee because it was like they're built to do that. I thought that was the one team. They have a really good defense. I thought they'd be able to slow them down or beat them. No, I was really wrong on that one.
Happens.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. Philadelphia definitely showed off right there. I've never seen a game get a GM fired, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
happened. Obviously, I'm joking. It's more than that. Obviously, behind the story, probably gonna find out more, in the weeks, following. But it definitely still look bad that they got whooped on like that, didn't fire the GM. So, what are you eating crow on this week, Jay?
I'm going to eat crow now fully on the Broncos, and I could have done this weeks ago, but, now that we're already into week 14, you guys know I picked them to go to the playoffs this year, and that was a mistake. I knew their defense was going to be great, like we talked about at the top of the show. The Broncos defense, they're even better than I thought they were going to be, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw coming, and I thought that by week 5, 6, 7, even 8 at the worst, that the Broncos would finally get it together on offense, but it just has not happened. So I was dead wrong about them not just going to the playoffs, but thinking that their offense would come along and Nathaniel Hackett would actually be like some sort of integral part in the whole thing. No, bad news right there. So that's a full crow bite on the entire season.
I would never imagine I would say this, but the Broncos defense is probably looking at the 2000 Ravens offense like, man, that was good offense.
Yeah.
Probably.
God.
Like, oh, man, I wish we had Trent Dilfer. Oh.
I didn't think the offense could be this bad, and really have an historically great defense the way they are. They're just, what a shame. What a waste. What a waste.
It is a waste.
Yeah, it's crazy that you would have that extreme on both sides. It's absolutely nuts. You never think that. So for my crow bites, you were just talking about the game. I picked Miami to beat San Francisco. So not only does San Francisco beat them down because their defense is excellent, but they lose Jimmy G, unfortunately, for the season. In comes some guy that none of us has heard of, Mr. Irrelevant himself, right? Comes in and is able to play pretty good. He played pretty well in that game and kept their offense afloat. And Miami just didn't look like themselves. And it's because of that San Francisco defense. So I have to eat crow on the fact that I thought Miami would beat them. And even without their starting quarterback, San Francisco still won that game. So I have to eat crow and take it from your team in that one.
I like hearing that crow bite right there. I love that. Look, the game, it wasn't Purdy. Oh, actually, no. Yes, it was. It was Purdy.
You work all day on that.
I knew it was coming. I knew one was coming. Right. But the timing was perfect right there. That's why Jay gets paid the big bucks, and I'm just borrowing his island right now behind him. That's why, because he comes up with the big stuff. But now let's get to the bragging rights. For my bragging rights, this is one that we all can have, but I called it out. I guess I just called it out first. At the time we did the podcast, the Lions were underdogs to the Jaguars, and I was like, "There's no way. Like, why are they underdogs to the Jaguars? We should just bet them straight up on the money line." And we did eventually put it on our parlay of the week as well. But Lions whooped on the Jaguars. And normally, Vegas or the house gets it right. But every once in a while, they'll leave you a gem. And this was one of those where immediately it stood out to me like, they're tripping. Like, there's no way Jacksonville should be favored in this game. And we called that out immediately. So it's a little bit to all of us, but I called it out first on that one. So Lions beating up on the Jaguars is my bragging rights. What are you bragging about, Jay?
Yeah, Vegas lost on that one pretty bad. They had to move the line back to where the Detroit became favored in order to balance it out a little bit. What am I bragging on? Well, I'm going to brag on something big time, all right, in a couple of minutes, but I'll save that for a little bit. I did win my office pool last week, so I brought home the cash, which is a nice thing. Yep, won the office pool. And I gave you my personal parlay, which was the Packers over the Bears. They covered the 3.5. I gave you the Broncos, which is ironic, but they were getting 9.5 points or whatever the hell it was, and they covered that as well. It was only a 1-point loss against Baltimore. We're talking about Baltimore with Tyler Huntley in now. And again, the Lions, we just talked about it. Like, we can all brag on that. Yeah, like the Lions was a total freaking layup. I don't know what Vegas was thinking on that, D, but they gave us one right there.
For sure. And what are you bragging about, Nikki?
I think we can all brag on our parlay has been like pretty good the past 4 weeks. I know we've had a couple weeks where like we hit like 3 out of 4. So, and I've gotten DMs of people thanking us for winning that money. So that's great. But I just want to brag a little bit of I told you so to everybody who told me Deshaun Watson was not going to be rusty. He clearly was.
Oh, yeah, he was super rusty.
Yeah, I was harping on that all week when people asked me on every show. I said he's going to be rusty and he hasn't played in like 2 years. And a lot of people were like, no, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna come out slinging it. It's gonna be great. He's not gonna have a misstep. Well, he's rusty.
They needed a candy WD-40.
I know we'll get into that. I know we'll get into that later on our Freaky Fantasy draft. I know I did pretty bad because I picked Deshaun Watson. So, yeah.
Oh man. Well, there it is right there. Bragging and crow biting. That's how we do it. And now a little competition action. All right, getting into our weekly picks over here. Like we said, we hit our parlay. Lions, all right, beat the Jags straight up, no problem. We picked the Bengals over KC. We got you there. And the Saints Bucks went under the 40.5. No problem. We'll have you again this week. We'll tell you exactly what we're doing. All right, team records update. Nikki, you still got this thing. 67 wins, and D and I are now tied at 57. Nikki, I don't see any possible way you lose this one. I don't think there's any way. You're up by 10 wins already, so yeah, that sucks. Week 13 records. Week 13. Let's give a shout out to Pat Williams, who joined us for our weekly picks. You guys ready for this? He went 13-1-1 in his picks.
Wow. Did he?
Yes.
Shout out to Pat. All right.
Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, talk about, coming through. I mean, on 3rd and 3 and doing that. I mean, great. 13-1-1. Obviously, there's a tie in everybody's score over here. I will tell you right now, we all triple locked, which is a beautiful thing. Damian, you went 10-4-1. Nikki, 11-3-1. And your good old Uncle Jay here had what you would call a no-hitter, not a perfect game. 14-0-1. Did not lose one game this entire week. That's what I'm bragging on right there. That's where the big brag. Did not lose one game. The fucking Giants in Washington killed me with the tie over there. Otherwise, I could have had a perfect 15-0 record. But you know what? I will take 14-0-1. How about that? Right?
That's awesome.
That's why I won my awesome.
Like, you should have do the bet I do every week where I do $1 and I bet all the different spreads of the week. You should have did that, man. You could have came out huge.
Well, that's funny to say that. I usually do bet every game with the spread, and I normally will balance out, or so I did that this week, and I fucking and I mean, I really brought home the cash this week, so I'm pretty happy. It was a good weekend. The 49ers.
I really did borrow his island. That's behind me.
Yes.
He won the office pool. He won money in betting, and he let me borrow. He was nice enough to let me borrow his island.
All right, how about that? There you go. You chill on it as long as you want. And I'm also giddy because all 3 of us are in the Real Deal Fantasy Playoffs. No matter what happens this week, all of us are in. We're all in. So
let's call it a comeback. I'm the comeback player of the year.
The seeds don't matter.
She started off rough and was able to come back and lock in a playoff spot. I think we played each other this week, right, Nikki?
I think so.
So we're playing each other for playoff seeding this week.
Yes.
Well, D, if you take her down, I get the 5th seed. So I don't even know if that's going to work out in my favor because everybody is like 9-3. So I don't even care what happens. All I know is I've been on a total roll. I was 2-6-1, and now I've come back from the death of life, and I'm now 6-6-1. I don't know how it happened. It's crazy. Freaky Fantasy Football Draft this week. Nikki, you won.
Oh, I did?
Yep, you won. It wasn't.
It was Mike White, right? It was the Mike White call.
That helped out. That's let me see who else you had. You had Mike White. Keenan Allen did good for you.
Yeah.
Rashad White had that touchdown at the end of that Tampa game, which D is disgusted by.
Yeah.
Gerald Everett and the Bucks. So you won. D, you came in second. You had Sean Watson, who did nothing for you, but you had Brian Robinson, DK Metcalf, and you won without a tight end because David Njoku didn't even play. And you had the Commanders defense. I came in last. I had 56 points. I had Trevor Lawrence, who now has a toe injury. I don't know if he's going to play this week. Jamal Williams, Amari Cooper, Pat Frymuth, and the Saints defense. So that's what happened over there. Anyway, so good job.
Good
Saints
week
defense
on
looked awesome.
picks.
They looked awesome for 3 3/4 quarters for you.
Oh my God, I was killing it for a while. I'm like, I'm actually come back and beat Nikki. But nope, then 2 touchdowns, boom, bang, out.
No.
Yeah.
On Mike White.
So I have 6 wins in Freaky Fantasy Football Draft. Nikki's got 4. D's got 2. Weekly records, I have 7. D right there, 6. Nikki's got 3. And again, Nikki's killing us right now in the NFL team.
Yeah, I gotta come back now. I gotta come back and win these last few weeks here.
You got to reclaim one of these categories. Absolutely.
You got to win. Come on, D. You got to
reclaim it. All right, y'all ready to make some picks?
Is lose to me this week and lose in fantasy football and the real deal. Yeah. We can't have that.
No, that'd be a bad couple of weeks.
No, we can't.
No. All right, make your picks out there along with us
every
guys.
Wednesday. We can't have this type of losing going on.
No, we need winning. We're all winners. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
All right. We're making our weekly picks. So if you guys want to join in out there who's listening, feel free to put up your game, your picks, your wins, and even if you want a final score or anything you guys say about the game. First, we go to Thursday night football. Las Vegas Raiders 5-7 against the freaking defending Super Bowl champion LA Rams. What a joke at 3-9, Nikki. Wow. All right. Not really an exciting Thursday night game. And again, the defending Super Bowl champs 3-9. Oh, okay. Well, who wins this one? What do you think?
Yeah, I think the Rams epic hangover bender, whatever the hell they're on, is just going to keep continuing. Going to go with the Raiders, but I'm not super confident on it. So, but I'm going to go 26-18.
I feel pretty confident about the Raiders. I'm going to pick them, even though I have it in a close game. Look, Vegas has the 9th overall ranked offense, and the Rams have the 19th defense, and they're not that good against the run either. So I can see Josh Jacobs having another big day here, D. I'm going to take Vegas also.
Yeah, you can call this one a trifecta. I'm taking Las Vegas as well. And road team on Thursday night. I'm not scared. Lock it in. Vegas.
Oh, for real?
Vegas.
Yeah,
so I'm locking it in. 23-14 Vegas. Yeah, I think the Rams are just ready to go home. Like you said, it's more than a hangover. This is a bender at this point. They are totally done, ready to go home. 1-2-3 Cancun. Call it a day. I think Vegas wins this game because Vegas has been rejuvenated these last few weeks. So I think they win this game. They think they have a shot to do something.
Devontae Adams
streak.
Yeah, Devontae Adams is doing stuff for me in the Real Deal Fantasy League, man. He's putting up a lot of points right there. Affiliated Poppy. I finally got that right over there. The Raiders.
I get it. Affiliated Poppy. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't read or what.
Fun on words is a beautiful thing. I love it. It's great.
Reading is hard.
Yeah, reading is also
it's hard for me today. So it's pronouncing words.
Oh, okay. So we got an AFC East battle over here. Who would have thought that with the Jets 7-5, Buffalo 9-3? A little stats here for you guys. Buffalo, again, they're a very complete team, like we talked about. No Von Miller right now, but Buffalo is 4th on offense and 4th on defense. The Jets, we know they can play well on offense at times, but their bread and butter is all about their defense, Nikki. So can the Jets beat the Bills again, this time in Buffalo?
No, but I think they're going to come close. Yeah, but shout out to Mike White, okay? He's putting up back-to-back 300-yard games. I mean, where'd this kid come from? I mean, good for him. No, I do think Buffalo takes it. I have it 30-23. But I think I would take the Jets. And what is it, 9.5? I think I would take that.
I think it is 9.5 points. Yeah.
I would take that.
See, I agree with you because I have it. Well, actually, I wouldn't bet the game. I'll tell you that right now. I have it really close, like 27-20. So I probably would take the Jets, but I do have Buffalo to win this game, D. They're just more of a complete team. So I don't really see how the Jets beat them again. But Mike White, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo as well. So this one is another trifecta, but I'm going Buffalo 24-17. I do like the Jets plus 9.5.
Yeah, I think we all like that. Well, that may be in the parlay. That's possible. We'll see if we like some other ones. We'll get there. Buffalo without Miller got this affiliated to Saints. So it looks like he likes Buffalo also. All right, let's keep it rolling over here with our next game. The Browns and the Bengals. All right, this one's interesting. Cincinnati, pretty good on offense. Cleveland, pretty good on offense as well. Cleveland is 10th overall and Cincinnati is 7th. For some reason, Joe Burrow's had a hard time against Cleveland. I don't know what it is, but they're just those matchups, right? It's strange.
Yeah.
I think that they break free in this one. Cincinnati's on a roll right now. Deshaun Watson, again, he is rusty as hell. Again, they need that WD-40 on the sideline for him. I'll take Cincinnati 31-21. I feel pretty comfortable about this one, Damian.
Yeah, I'm going Cincinnati as well, 24-20. I do think it's a close game just because for some reason, like you said, the same way Cincinnati has KC's number, seems like Cleveland has Cincinnati's number in that same way. But I do think Cincinnati wins this one because they are playing well and Deshaun Watson still trying to shake off the rust.
Yeah, they got a lot to play for. And Joe Burrow has put himself into the MVP discussion, Nikki.
That's my boy, Joe Burrow. That's my boy. God, I love watching that kid play. I just do. I mean, I just do. I think he's a little cocky, and I think that's all right. I don't mind.
That's the thing. I feel like you either really like him or you don't like him. I'm on the more of the side, like I really don't like him. He's like almost too cocky for me. He looks like he's 18 years old. I can't take it, but he's so damn good.
Yeah, he's allowed to be. Let me tell you, if I was that good at something, I'd probably be cocky too. So
I know you would.
You're that good at something. You're that good at podcasting.
Yes.
All right. You're right. All right. I'll take it.
And cheerleading.
But I will end cheerleading. 20 years ago. No, just kidding.
I'm sure
yeah, I'm gonna take Cincinnati. I'm gonna roll with my boy Joe Burrow. Yeah, I have it 28-25.
28-25. Okay. All right. I got him winning by 10. But Cincinnati, let's see. Joe Burrow, you got to exercise the demons and beat Cleveland over here.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, it's rivalry week. We got AFC East matchup. We just had an AFC North matchup. Now we have a matchup in Texas, Dallas and Houston. Okay. Houston sucks. They're 1-10-1. Dallas is 9-3. This one should be pretty easy, right, Ding?
Yeah. Lock it in. Dallas 30, Houston 3.
Three.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to piggyback right off that. I'm locking it in 35-7. I mean, Dallas has the third-ranked offense and third-ranked defense. They're going to annihilate Houston in the Texas massacre is what it's going to be.
The Texas massacre.
I'm locking it in also.
You call this the Leatherface matchup. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That is so funny. Guys are on fire tonight with
How about that? We got some stuff.
No.
What do you think, Nikki? Is it a trifecta?
It is. It is. Yeah, it is. I got it. I don't know, 38-10, something like that. I'm sure. Dallas will score like 40 points on their own.
They're going to demolish them. That's basically what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Are you locking it in, Nikki?
Oh, yeah, I'm locking it. Yes.
You are locking it. Okay.
I am locking it. Yes.
All right. So we're all locking it up. All right. Watch Dallas have the worst game ever.
I know. I was going to say Houston's going to win.
Oh, man. That would be amazing. There really would be. All right. Next matchup over here. Maybe a little bit better of a matchup. Yes, I think so. Detroit favored in this game against the 10-2 Minnesota Vikings. Wow. That says a lot. It's only 2 points, but damn. Detroit 5-7 hosting Minnesota at 10-2. This is going to be an awesome game. I think a lot of points are going to be scored. Again, divisional matchup, NFC North, a lot of rivalry right here. Why can't Detroit win? I think they're going to. In a major game, if you love offense and you love fantasy, this is what it's all about. 34-31 Detroit. I'm taking them with their 6th-ranked offense, Nikki.
Yeah, I'm going over on this one. I think it's 52.5. Going over on this one. Yeah. I have Minnesota 30, Detroit 27, and just a little stat for you guys. And games decided by 8 points or less. The Vikings are 9-0. Yeah. And the Lions are 2-5.
Yeah. Yes. It's a good stat right there. It's a good stat.
Well, roll with Minnesota.
D, you got to split the difference. I got Detroit. She's got Minnesota. What do you think?
That's a great stat that Nikki brought up. But with those one-score games, luck tends to change. That's what we're seeing with Vegas right now, where they were on the rough end of that, and it's starting to change for them. I think for Minnesota, this game, we're going to see a change for them as well. So give me Detroit 30-27.
Oh, love it. All right.
Okay.
You got to remember, the first time they played, Detroit should have won that game. If you remember, it's been a while now, but the first time they played, they had that game in hand. Yeah. They should have won that game. So I think this time they're playing better as a team. They found out how to win games. So I think they beat Minnesota this time.
Oh, I love it. If they do, maybe they could win the next 4. I'd be so happy if Detroit made the playoffs. You guys will look at me as the true prophet of sports. There would be no doubt about it.
You definitely deserve all the props in the world if Detroit makes the playoffs for sure.
Right? I mean, who the hell picked Detroit to make the playoffs this year but me? Nobody. It's crazy. All right, let's keep it going.
I gotta give a shout out to you and C. Lou from the Drop Balls podcast. You guys are the only two I know that picked Detroit to make the playoffs. Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so
Yeah.
great. Even if they just come close, I'll feel happy. But the thing,
That's how I
again,
felt with Cincinnati last year.
right?
Everybody's
And
like,
look
no,
at
no, no.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, yeah.
right. You had the last laugh there. You
True.
definitely rode that bandwagon before
I
anybody
did.
else had a
I
chance.
wrote it. I
You
wrote
got
it
on it
till the
quick.
wheels fell off. Yeah.
Well, I love it. A lot of people are riding the Philly bandwagon right now as the Eagles with the best record in the NFL, 11-1, taking on Nikki's Giants this weekend, Sunday, 1:00. The Giants 7-4-1 after that freaking tie. Damn, Nikki, it's your team, it's your game. Tell us what's going to happen.
Probably a really bad, nightmarish type game. We talk about teams that have each other's numbers. I mean, we just cannot beat the Eagles. The Eagles are 13-3 against the Giants since 2014.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, no, it's like
Ooh.
literally brutal. I saw flashbacks of being at the game. If my dad's watching, he knows we went to December 19th game at MetLife. We thought we had it won. Deshaun Jackson runs it back for a touchdown. Like, I mean, just heartbroken.
Oh,
This
wow.
game
You were
just
at that game?
we were at that game.
How about
We were
that?
at that game. And like, I'm just tired of getting my heart broken. Like, I'm really, you guys, I'm really debating if I'm even going to watch. Like, I don't know. I'll say this: Philly's 1-4 on the road, so maybe like there's a small little chance. But
Wait, they're 1-4 on the road. They only lost one game. How is that possible?
what? Oh, did I read it wrong?
Must have read it wrong. Got to be something
Maybe I
else.
read it wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know that their corners can be exposed a little bit, so maybe there's a slight chance. But I think it's going to be like Philly 30, I don't know, Giants 17. And I'm actually going to lock in the Eagles. I hate to
Ooh,
lock in
damn.
against my own team, but
Yeah. Oh, that's like sacrilegious right there. That's not good. But all right, that's how good Philly is, though. They're 11-1, even on the road. They can do a lot of big things. And affiliated Poppy, come on, Birds, by a lot. Minshew in the second half, he's saying, "Wow," and Jalen Hurts will get a little rest over there. I don't know if
I
they'll
forgot Minshew was their backup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
he's
He's
a
a
good
pretty good
backup
backup.
for sure.
Yeah, right now I take him on the 49ers, to be honest with you, but we'll see how what Brock Purdy could do.
You never know, man. Purdy might be that dude. He might be the greatest story in sports.
And I think it's no coincidence that he's playing Tom Brady this year. I'm thinking he could ride the Tom Brady wave of the defense for a few years and then come into his own. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? We've seen crazier things happen in the NFL.
How about that kid? Before you make your pick, like, do you think that he was like, "Oh, my first game, I'm gonna be opposite Tom Brady"? I bet you he never like thought that would happen because he's like 22 years old.
Yeah. He's a 4-year starter from Iowa State.
Yeah.
I think that he was like one or two when Brady got into the NFL, which is just amazing. Again, Brady's 45 years old. It's sick stuff. Totally sick. But no, why not? Again, I'm not going to compare him to Tom Brady. I'm just saying the situation is very similar. Brady was not a rookie. He was in his second year. Again, he was like, in the 6th round taken, obviously. Purdy, yes, he's Mr. Irrelevant. But have that great defense, have a running game, and just don't make mistakes. I'm not counting the 49ers out, D. I'm not. We'll get to them in a minute. But I'm not counting them out right now. And obviously not counting out Philadelphia, not by one bit. Second best offense in the league. 7th best defense in the league. That is amazing balance right there. Give me Philly 26-14, D.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Make it a trifecta. And it does. I was gonna feel bad, but Nikki did lock it in, so now I don't feel as bad because I'm locking it in. I'm locking it in as well. So yeah, I'm locking in Philadelphia in this one. And the score I had is 27-14.
20. All right, well, you have similar scores. Division matchups. It's like I tell you, rivalry week. I'm talking right now. Every game has been a division matchup game. Even going back.
Eagles, divisional matchups can be tricky, even if you would think nobody's going to give the Giants a shot in hell. Watch, this will be the week that they do it. You know what I mean? It's just how division matchups go.
See what Saquon Barkley can do. You never know. There's another rivalry we're going to come up with. But real quick, I want to give you guys the bye teams. There are 6 this week, and I think that's it for the year after this week. Falcons, Bears, Packers, Colts, Damian Saints, and then the Commanders. So, 6 teams on a bye. Which
I'm glad. I needed a break after that Monday Night Football.
Yeah, you do need a break.
Yeah, you do.
I feel for you, bro. That's too much right there. Like I said, keep the rivalry week going. Now we got the Ravens and the Steelers, which used to be like everybody's favorite matchup to watch on Sunday afternoon at 4:05. Not so much right now. I think it'll be a close game, though. Baltimore's got the 9th ranked defense in the league. You wouldn't really know it by watching them play sometimes, but they do.
Yeah.
I feel in this game, Tyler Huntley coming in, that's all well and good, and I like him. I think Pittsburgh is, I don't want to say they're catching fire necessarily, but I think they're beginning to find somewhat of an identity a little bit, and they're running the ball better, even with like Snell when he comes in. I'm going to take the Steelers in this one, man, 23-20 at home. Yeah, I know.
I'm not shocked by that. I did go back and forth on this matchup because, like you said, they're not catching fire, but maybe they're rubbing sticks together. They're starting the process.
That was great.
Wow.
A start of trying to catch the fire, but I'm gonna go Baltimore in a close one. I think Baltimore 20-17. We've seen Huntley be good before, and he didn't look good last week. But like you mentioned, Denver's defense is historically great, so he's not supposed to look good against them. I think he does look better against Pittsburgh.
I liked what Huntley did coming in last year. I remember specifically a game against the Packers, Nicky, where they put up over 30 points in Green Bay. I think they ended up losing that game last year, but it doesn't affect what Huntley did. So we got him going against, Pickett to Pickens. I don't know. What do you pick?
Yeah, the thing about Huntley is it's like, oh, Lamar's not in. Oh, here comes his mini-me 2.0. It's like they don't miss a beat, right? And he's just like just as athletic. It's not fair. I'm gonna go Baltimore. I have it 20, Pittsburgh 19. But I would never touch this, lock it, bet it, none of it. No.
Bet it. Definitely not touching this game.
You stay away from this one. Absolutely. All right. Okay, so I'm going Lone Ranger on that one. No diggity, no doubt, y'all. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
Middle school feels.
What?
How old was I when that song came out?
I'm so old. We're probably like 10 years old or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
That's in 8th grade, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Let's see. Pittsburgh can save Mike Tomlin over here. His perfect, record going as not having a losing season. They're 5-7 right now. If they get to 6-7, things look a little bit better. Oh, what if they get to 10-7 and they make the playoffs? Like I said, holy shit! All right, that's probably not going to happen.
Then D has to do the hot dog.
Yeah, he's going to have to do.
I would have to do. Yeah, I would have to drink a beer through a hot dog straw if both Miami and Pittsburgh make it.
Oh my god! So glad you made that.
I'm not, like I said, if it happens, I won't stick to my word, but I'm definitely rooting against Pittsburgh for sure.
I know you are, man. I never got somebody to root against a team so hard in my entire life. You hate Pittsburgh because
but that is a disgusting bet. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it either.
But I was very confident that Pittsburgh would not be good this year. And there's, like I said, starting to rub those sticks together. I'm getting a little nervous.
A bit.
I know. We'll see. Watch him pull 5 in a row. Oh, man. Anyway. All right, Jacksonville at Tennessee, 4-8 at 7-5. Tennessee, they need to get their shit back together after that beatdown that Philly gave them last week in Jacksonville. I'm sure Trevor Lawrence is going to play, but he's not going to be 100%, and they're going to need every bit of him to beat Tennessee coming off after that loss, guys. So I like Tennessee a lot in this game. Not enough to lock them in, but I think they're going to win pretty convincingly with their 10th overall ranked defense. Nikki, give me 24-10 Tennessee.
Oh, stop. I have the same score.
You knew it. I had a
so
feeling.
Weird. Oh, my God. I have Tennessee as well.
Great
minds.
minds.
That means we like the points, too, to cover.
Yeah, especially with the hobble Lawrence coming in.
Yeah.
Etienne is going to have to be a big part of this game, D, if they want to win.
Yeah, what's the spread on this one, Nikki?
3.5.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's weird. Why is it only 3.5? That's kind of strange. It should be more.
Because, I think Jacksonville tends to play them tough. Maybe that's why. But I'm going Tennessee as well, 20-14. So I do like Tennessee in the points as well.
Okay. All right. So we're all on the same page over there with the game. But it's something weird about that line right there. Something I'm not getting. I got to figure that out. I got to look at some history. All right. The Chiefs, they need to bounce back after Cincinnati took them down. They got 9-3 record. Opposite that is a 3-9 Denver Bronco team that we spent more time talking about than any other radio sports show that we did already with their defense. But all right, so we gave that defense enough love over there. But the offense, they can't do shit, D, man. So how are they going to win this game?
I don't know how Denver could win this game. So I'm going Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City 20-10.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Kansas City, Nikki, look, Kansas City is some numbers to, go with that. They're first on offense, but Denver, like we talked about, they're second on defense, only behind the 49ers. Is that enough to make it even a close game, or do you think Kansas City still rips them?
No. The Broncos have averaged 11.2 points per game in their last 4.
That's so bad.
Games. So I have it. What do I have it? 34-14, and I'm locking this in.
Oh, you got a lot of points scored in this game.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kansas City just killing them.
Just killing them.
Look, I'm going to lock it in. I don't think they're going to destroy. That defense is still pretty good, and Kansas City loves to throw the ball, and Denver's excellent against the pass. They're number one in the league, I think. But I'm still going Kansas City, and I'm still locking it in. But it's going to be by a low score, 19-10. So,
I don't think it's that low. No way.
we'll see.
I think Kansas City wears them down eventually. Yeah,
Maybe
they just do what they do.
This
Yeah.
could be one of the games that Denver's like, all right, we got nothing for you on defense. We'll see. But that's why they play the games, right, kids?
Right.
Rightio. All right, let's go. Here we go. Next game is I don't want to watch this one. Carolina, Seattle. Carolina is 44-8. Seattle is 7-5 in this game, and you would expect Seattle to be the better team, which they are. Seattle is 5th in offense in the NFL. A lot of people wouldn't think that, but they put up quite a few 30-point games here, and Geno Smith has the highest completion percentage in the NFL. I like the Seahawks a lot in this game, enough to lock them in, as a matter of fact. My third lock, Seattle 28-17, Damian.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle as well, 24-14.
All right, 24-14, nice and simple. Nikki?
Seattle 28-20.
All right.
Sounds like we all like Seattle -4.
Yep.
Sounds pretty good. Oh, this might be an easy part.
Yeah.
We all agree, and it won't take like 10 minutes for us to figure it out.
Yes.
All right, let's see if we can do it. All right, here we go. My game this week. We got the 49ers hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa is just a gross 6-6 team. They shouldn't even be. 49ers 8-4. They've been taken off lately, guys, but we know about the injury deal right now with no Jimmy Garoppolo, who may come back for the playoffs, they're saying, because he doesn't need surgery, but that's neither here nor there right now. The 49ers have to win this game. Again, they're number one on defense. Tampa's 5th ranked on defense, so we need to see the 49ers do some things. They can't just go out there and put up 13, 16 points. I think they're going to need more than that, and I think they get it. 22-18. I'm going to take my 49ers at home, D.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got the 49ers as well. I think that Tampa Bay's offense is not going to be able to do anything against that defense at all. So I'm going San Francisco 17-7. So for this one, I like San Francisco -3.5, and I love the under of 37.5.
Oh, okay. A little foreshadowing over there. 37. Yeah. Let me see. What do I got? 22-18. Oh, I have it right. We'll get to it. Nikki, we got to get your pick. Anyway, San Fran loses this game. Please tell me no.
No, I have San Fran too, except I have it 24-20.
24-20. So D, I don't know about that under right there. Yeah,
we're not gonna get the under on the parlay.
No. But the good thing is we've agreed on a lot of other shit so far. So we're in pretty good shape right there.
Yeah.
We're all right. All right, let's see. What are we gonna get to over here? Tampa 23-17. Prime time. What are you talking about, man? It's 49ers deal over here. Don't be saying that shit. Don't speak it into existence. We want none of that. None of that. What is this? San Fran is cursed. What am I reading here? San Fran is cursed. Sad to see Ryan's defense maybe able to hold on and pull out a win. I don't know. All right, we'll see. All right, let's get to it. Next game on the list over here, we're going to Sunday Night Football, where the 8-4 Dolphins go into LA to play the Chargers, 6-6. They lost to the Raiders last week. Again, Nikki, I mean, what a disappointment this Charger team has been. A lot of people even had them in the Super Bowl this year with the roster that they have, but they have been Brandon failing all over the damn place. It's just a joke. I think Miami's offense takes care of him in this game, but I think that the Chargers will be able to score because Miami's defense is not that good. That's my one worry about Miami going forward is their defense. Even with the addition of Bradley Chubb, they have not gotten better. But I think they win this game 31-28, Nikki.
Yeah, I'm going to go Miami. I think it's going to go back and forth for a little bit, and then Miami's going to start to pull away. Let's have it 31-26. 31-26.
All right, so you see some points scored in there.
I do think that – yeah, I think this is going to be – it's fair to say this is going to be a much better Sunday night game than the last one we had with Dallas annihilating the Colts. We're going to get so I'm going Miami 30-24.
Okay, so we all have a lot of points scored in that game. Maybe we should look at I think the over-under is like 51. That may be tough, but I don't know.
It's a little high. I'm a little scared of it, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a little high, but all right. I'm very much interested in this next game. Well, hold on. We're saying I hate the NFL is in your man. What happened to Justin Herbert is the question. I'll tell you what happened real quick. And this is what I want to bring this up to you guys. Again, with Brandon Staley, his terrible coaching, Justin Herbert, they've been doing nothing but straight drop back pass. All right. He cannot, it's not working. They need to move him around in the pocket. They need to get him out of the pocket. This offensive line cannot block straight up. So the play calling is absolutely terrible. And as a head coach, you need to realize what's working and what's not working on the field. And they keep doing the same thing the definition of insanity, D. Keep dropping Herbert right back in the pocket. They cannot block for him. That's why they're not putting up points. It's again, the game is won and lost at the offensive at the line of scrimmage, and they're not winning it right there at all. So it's not Herbert.
Yeah. No, it's not Herbert. And this offense was designed behind a good offensive line. Like when they're healthy, it's a very good offensive line, but they haven't been healthy in a very long time. So you have to adjust to what's going on. And they haven't been able to adjust to it because I guess he was stuck in this mentality of having this offensive line where when they were at the beginning of the year, you would see plays where Justin Herbert would go through 4 progressions in a play. And you would see him move his feet, look like a quarterback. It's like a quarterback coach's dream to show the videos of Justin Herbert in the pocket sometimes. But now he doesn't have the time to do that. So like you said, make adjustments, quick passes, get him out the pocket. But they haven't done that.
Yeah, no, they haven't done that. And, Affiliated saying we totally agree. He was great on the run. Yeah, get him moving around. He's an athletic quarterback. And when you get that, you cut the field in half, it's easier to see and it's easier to make those reads. Come on, man, get it together. Like the three of us should not have to sit here and tell Brandon Staley how to coach.
And one more, just point on it. I don't know if he's not moving them because of the rib injury that he suffered, but honestly, you're more likely to get hurt in the pocket than you are moving around. Like Lamar Jackson finally got hurt. He was in the pocket when it happened. So you're more likely to get hurt in the pocket than you are on the run because you have more time to protect yourself and brace and all those other things. So I think they should move him around for sure.
Yes, got to do it. Look, if it's not working, you got to try something different. And again, Austin Eckler, who really is giving Justin Jefferson a run for his money for Offensive Player of the Year. Right now, Eckler is on pace to break the single season record for running back catches. And he's on pace for 120 right now. He's got 85. Just unbelievable what he's doing on the ground and in the air. But anyway, let's move on. We have one more game to talk about. That's the Monday Night Football game. New England going to Arizona. New England 6-6. Arizona is 4-8. Nikki, we all thought Arizona was going to be shit this year, and they are. So I don't know. Can they clean up the shit and get a win at home against New England? What do you think?
No, I'm actually going to go New England on this one. I know they have this low risk type offense, but they haven't committed any turnovers in 3 games. So I'm just going to go New England on this one. I have it 23, Arizona 19.
23-19. Okay, so it could be an entertaining game. Before we get to your pick, D, Miami and the 49ers in the Super Bowl. That is my father right there. Dad, I'll take it. As long as we're in the Super Bowl, I don't care who the hell we play. I just want to get
Prophet Senior over here.
Yeah, yep. There's something to do with it. It's in the genes somewhere. I don't know. But he is the one who made me – that's the man who made me a 49er fan. So if anybody wants to know the reason why I love the 49ers so much, that's the guy. That's why. D, I agree with that, man. Yeah. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was going to say Miami and 49ers in the Super Bowl will be very, very interesting for sure, especially after what we saw last week. So we'll see. We'll see if, Prophet Dad Senior is on point with that.
Nikki, what was your final score again?
23-19.
Okay, that's amazing because I have the same exact final score, and that's weird because 19 points is a strange score to pick to begin with, and that goes against everything you believe in because I know how much you hate these schools. That's crazy. We have the same exact score, 23-19. I got New England as well. I do. I think defensively they'll take care of it. DeAndre Hopkins is a bad matchup for him. Bill Belichick knows how to take away your number one weapon, and Diop can have a bad game over here, D.
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I don't have the weird score you guys have. You guys were on the Peloton this weekend, not me. But I'm going New England 20-17.
Jay got a Peloton. He told me in secret.
I'm back. I've joined the Peloton board. Let's see what we got. All right, Mr. Primetime, you are going against us. You got Arizona 24-14. All right, we shall see who is right and who is wrong. We will get there, but they got to play the games first. Here we go. And now we got to make our best bet. Last week, again, guys, we gave it to you again. Another parlay came through. Detroit, Cincinnati, and the under in the Tampa Saints game. Now we got to figure this one out. Okay, we talked a little bit, guys. Do we all like Cincinnati to win by 6 points? Is that the line you got, Nikki?
Let me see. I'll pull it up for you guys
6.5. I got it a close game. I don't have them winning by 6.5.
All right.
It's 6 on DraftKings. It's 6.
I got it. Okay. All right, D's not in love with that one. I think we all like the Titans -3.5. Is that one we want to put on the board and think about?
Yeah, we do like that one.
Tennessee -3.5. I like that line right there.
Oh,
All right.
DMV fanatic in the house. What's up?
What up? What up?
Friend.
Oh, DMV
New
fanatic.
friend. Yes.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'll join the party. I think the Ravens Steelers traditionally goes under, but I think it's over this game because I don't think
I'm not touching this game. Don't ask.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
I don't want to touch that game at all. Betting wise,
Family issues can't
I
happen.
ain't betting it. I ain't touching it. Nope.
What about Seattle -4 over Carolina?
I like Seattle by 4 for sure.
I like Seattle by 4.
All right, let's put that down also. All right, D, what are some of yours?
So I know Nikki had the Chiefs scoring a lot of points in that one, but the over-under is set at 43.5. The Broncos, in their 12 games, 11 have hit the under. Like, they've been under all season. I think that's like one of the guarantees of the year is the Broncos hitting the under.
What up, Trey? Wow. Okay, but I got, my final score is 19-10, so I got a 39 points. What do you tell me? The over-under is 43.5?
Yeah.
Nikki, what were your points in that game?
34-14.
Oh, wow. Well, we can't do it. She's against it. We can't do it.
I just don't think it's going to be that low.
It might not be. I got it right kind of.
Yeah, the Broncos defense has been balling all year, though. They haven't allowed, I think, what's the most they have allowed this year? Like 22, 23?
Yeah.
I just feel like the Chiefs are going to find a way.
If we don't find anything else that we like, we'll put that.
What about Minnesota, Detroit? Over 52.5. I have it over.
I have the score over as well.
Oh,
yeah, I have it over as well.
All right, let's talk about a couple more. Let's not just leave anything out. What do you think, Mr. Primetime? Lock of the week: Seattle over Carolina. Yeah, we'll take the 4. Exactly. Yep, we're doing the same exact thing. So there you go. Great minds do think alike. All right.
So I know this is sacrilegious to bring up, but Philadelphia -6.5.
Yo, no, come on.
Don't disappoint her like that. Don't do that to her.
I mean, I have it 30-25, right? No, 10, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I could see it. I guess, but what about the Jets and the 9.5? Like, if you're gonna pick a New York team,
I got it too close. I don't know. Mr. Primetime saying the Giants and the points.
6.5.
I think Philly is that good where they should cover. I really think they're going to cover, but I don't want you rooting against your team.
They'll probably cover. I already locked them. I don't love it.
Well, we need the audience to give us a couple more over here.
What about San Francisco -3.5 against Tampa Bay? I like it. I understand they got the rookie back there, but that defense is going to shut Tampa Bay down.
I actually have them winning by 4, so that's not crazy. So I agree with the line very much.
Me too. I have them winning by 4.
Nikki, what else do you have? Let's put that down, and maybe we'll use that one. We have Kansas City, Denver, which is possible. What's another couple that you like?
I had Jets and the 9.5, and Minnesota, Detroit on the over at 52.5, and we already said the Titans to cover 3.5.
So should we make our third the over in the Lions Minnesota game? Do we all think it's going to go over 52.5?
Probably. Neither one really have.
Yeah.
It's a lot
scary
of
one to lock in, but yeah, it's a lot of points. It makes me nervous.
Okay, can we lock in some? We can go easy and lock in like Dallas or something. What is the spread?
17 points.
The Dallas one is crazy. It's 17.
That's too much.
Over under 45.5.
You see, that's Houston could get shut down, and Dallas just runs the ball in the second half. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, it's that one's games like that. I tend to stay away from because what if Dallas just takes their foot off the gas in the second half and they end up winning by like 10, and even though it's not really close, you know what I mean? So yeah, games like that, those big spreads always scare me.
And Mr. Primetime, we all like Detroit to win the game, so I don't know if we can pick Minnesota with the +2 or whatever it is, but
well, I took Minnesota, so
I took Detroit, and you took Minnesota.
Yeah, I like Detroit. And it's a hard one, that one, especially since the way, even though Detroit played them well early in the year, because of that, I think it's hard to pick that game either way, honestly, for a bet on the spread side.
All right,
Miami and the Chargers over under 51.5.
Yeah, it's a lot of points too. I can see a lot of points being scored in that game. Also, I got it 31-28. I mean, that's just
31-26.
Both defenses suck and both offenses can do well. I mean,
Yeah.
I would go over if you both like that. I'll go over.
So, which one do you feel more comfortable with the over? More comfortable with Minnesota, Detroit, or Miami, LA?
I feel more comfortable Minnesota, Detroit.
Yeah, me too.
Minnesota, Detroit. All right. So you want to go Seattle -4, Titans -3.5, and the over in Minnesota, Detroit?
I like that.
Or do we take the Bengals -6?
D doesn't like that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because Cleveland's played them well this year, and we don't know if that Cleveland defense. I know it's Houston, but that Cleveland defense was on something else.
All right. So what's the number in Minnesota, Detroit? 50.
52.5.
52.5. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my final score has got it over. I have it, like I said, let me get to it real quick. Just 34-31. I have Detroit winning that game. So I feel pretty damn comfortable with that. I'm good. You guys want to make that our parlay this week?
Yep.
Yeah. So
right.
officially, it is Seattle -4, Tennessee -3.5, and the over 52.5 for Detroit and Minnesota.
Okay, so we got a couple of favorites in and over. We usually go the other way. I feel like we take underdogs and the unders. So okay, let's see how it goes. Let's see.
Yeah, we haven't taken many overs at all this year, but this year has been a weird year when it comes to offenses. Like it's been
scoring
more
has been down. Yeah, scoring has been down in the NFL this year. There's no question about it. So we've been doing pretty well. But all right, we like this over here. No, Tampa Bay does not beat San Francisco. Stop.
He says.
Don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear that prime time. No nonsense. Get it out of your brain. They're 6-6. They stink. All right. Freaky Fantasy Football Draft Week 14. Nikki won Week 13, so she gets to make the order.
Oh, okay. So D, you can go first. Jay, you can go second, and I'll go last.
All right. I'm right in the middle. All right. Nikki taking 2 in a row at the end, snaking it around. All right, D, you get to make the first pick, bro.
Okay, so to start off, I'm gonna go with Jeff Wilson. I think that Miami's gonna try to make a real effort to run the ball since they didn't run the ball at all against San Francisco. So I see Jeff Wilson having a big game.
Well, I would agree, man. That's a pretty good pick right there because the Chargers cannot stop the run at all. So that's a pretty good pick. I like that. Man, I got so many. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take. We talked about a lot of points being scored in this game. I know it's weird, but I'm going to take my tight end right now. I'm going to take Hawkinson.
Okay. Oh, revenge game for Hawkins. Well, I don't know if he really has any beef with Detroit, but
yeah,
it could be a revenge game for him.
You know how players do against their old team, so I would imagine that he's got a little something for him. All right, Nikki, you get 2 picks now.
I like it.
All right, I'm gonna take Dak Prescott.
All right, I like that.
I am going to take.
That's a swipe because I wanted Dak.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
did I get you?
You washed me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Jamal Williams. Oh, Primetime and I are on the same page.
Look at that. Look at that. How about it?
Yeah.
All right.
Jamal Williams has been huge for me in fantasy this year.
Yeah,
he's been huge, big all year.
No doubt. Okay. I'm gonna keep going unorthodox because I like a certain position a lot more than others this week. I picked my tight end first. I'm gonna take my defense now. I'm gonna take the Cowboys defense against Houston.
Oh, great week to pick them. Great week to pick them for sure.
They should smash the shit out of them. So I'm looking for a line of points. Right. All right, D, you get 2 picks now after your Wilson Jr. pick.
So we all like Minnesota Detroit as a great fantasy game. Yep. So give me Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Love it.
Oh, nice.
Love it. I smell a winner right now, I think.
Smells like winning.
Winner. All right. Very good. I like it. Okay, guys, they definitely had over there. I got whooshed a couple of times by both of you. All right, I got Hawkinson, the Cowboys. I'm going to go with give me – you know what? Dallas going to destroy him. I think they're going to throw the ball a lot in the first half, and that's all that CeeDee Lamb is going to need. That's what I'll take. CeeDee Lamb. Okay. My wide receiver. Nikki, you're up. You got Dak and Jamal Williams.
I'm going to take, let's see. I need a wide receiver. I don't think I've taken Thielen yet, so I'll take him. I don't think
anybody has, but this is actually a good week to take.
A good pick. Sure.
Yeah.
Tight end. God, it's getting rough out here.
Yeah.
Give
Getting late early.
me Foster Moreau.
Foster Moreau.
Yeah.
Why not?
He does sound. It sounds like he's in the like a cousin of Fryermuth.
Fryermuth. Yeah. We have the Moreau and the Fryermuths coming over for a little croquet and tea.
Cocaine tea? What?
Croquet.
Oh, what kind of tea do you drink over there in Miami? Well, actually.
Primetime saying Schultz for Dallas. I think Nicky took him last week or 2 weeks ago, and he did pretty good with him.
Yeah, I've already taken Schultz before. I can't take him.
Yep. I think I took him too.
Yeah, I took him already.
I need quarterback and wide receiver. No, quarterback and running back. I'm sorry. I will take Okay, I haven't taken him yet. I might as well. Give me Austin Eckler.
Oh, you haven't taken him yet?
Ooh. No, I got a good team right now.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I've taken him either.
Find out next week. I got Eckler. All right.
Yeah, I've been so down on the Chargers. I feel like I've missed out on their players.
Yeah, I know. He gets forgotten about. He's so damn good. Yeah. He's amazing. Eckler's so good. So good.
He is. So it's my last 2 picks.
Yeah, you need a tight end and a defense to close it out for your team.
Okay. Well, I'm taking this tight end just because I've run out of tight ends. So there's no rhyme or reason, but I'm taking Evan Ingram. And, hopefully he does something for me this week. Trevor Lawrence finds him a couple of times. And give me for the defense. I don't believe I've taken them yet. So I have not. Give me the 49ers defense.
Okay. All right. I'm rooting for that. And I need a quarterback before Nikki closes out her drafties. So give me. She took Dak. I had Dak and Goff were both on my list. I think this is a good week to take Tua. Give me Tua in that Sunday night matchup. Waddle and Hill doing some beautiful things. All right. I'll take Tua. Nikki, you got to close it out with your defense now.
I will take the Bengals defense.
Okay. Against the Browns.
Counting on the rust to continue.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So with that being said, here are our teams for Freaky Fantasy Football Draft Week 14. Excuse me. Nikki, defending champion.
Yes.
Got a good team. Dak, Jamal Williams, Adam Thielen, Foster Moreau, and Cincinnati Bengals. I have got Tua Tagovailoa, Austin Eckler, CeeDee Lamb, TJ Hawkinson, and the Cowboys. Damn, that's a good team. D, you got Jared Goff, and Ahmad St. Brown hooking up, along with Jeff Wilson Jr., Evan Ingram, and the 49ers defense. I think we all have pretty damn good teams this week. And that's not bad for week 14, because we're running out of shit.
Yeah. It's getting rough.
It is getting rough. That's pretty good. All right, so we got our teams in. And look, we got this competition going on all year long. Nikki, I think that you've won this team draft. That's pretty much over. I don't think there's any way that Dean and I can come back unless all your teams lose for like 2 weeks in a row. The weekly records, me and D are right there. We only got 5 weeks left for this, D, and I got you by 1 right now, 7-6. Nikki's got 3. And in the Freaky Fantasy Football Draft, even though Nikki won this past week, she's got 4 wins now. D with 2, which is weird. And I have 6. So I'm leading in that. So right now, D's got to come back on me in the weekly records and bust me up there to reclaim his category. But try the house. We got a triple locks in. Let me see. We all locked in Dallas. Both of you locked in Philly. Me and Nikki locked in Kansas City. And I locked in Seattle. Oh, and D, you locked in Vegas. I find that an interesting lock. I think they're going to win. We all do. Why'd you lock them over maybe Kansas City or something like that?
Just like a different one, that stood out to me. And the Rams are just done. I think you can lock in almost anybody against the Rams now.
We didn't even talk about this. They signed Baker Mayfield. We didn't even talk about this. Let's close out the show real quick with Baker Mayfield. We didn't even talk about it. So I feel like that was more of like a block so 49ers can't get him. What do they need Baker Mayfield for? They don't.
They're cock blocking you. That's
totally cock. I'm glad you said it. Right? It makes look, they're going nowhere this year. And of course, they're expecting Stafford to come back fully healthy next year, unless they're not, and they think Baker Mayfield can be the answer. I don't get it, other than they're trying to prevent the 49ers from getting him. But why would they even care so much about the 49ers? Again, they're not going to the playoffs this year. They're out.
That's
They're
true.
3-9.
Unless your Stafford point is that maybe Stafford's done. Maybe Stafford is just quietly, going off into the sunset, and they looking for that replacement. They're like, okay, Baker Mayfield, when our team is healthy, we are loaded, and Baker Mayfield can, lead a loaded team. We've seen him do it when Cleveland Browns were loaded, made the playoffs. So maybe Baker Mayfield, can do that. And if it's really to block the 49ers, that is so petty. Like, that's a level of petty that I couldn't even imagine getting to. Like, because you're out of it, and you're like, we're going to try to block them from getting a quarterback. I hope it is because it would enhance the rivalry so much. Like, if they come out and say, hey, we want to take a look at Baker, but the main reason we wanted to do this was to block San Francisco from getting them and make sure they got stuck with Mr. Irrelevant. I would love that.
How about that, man?
I love that. That's like some housewives petty type shit. I love that.
Yeah.
Got to read out the shout out real quick because I want to continue this before we get out of here. Really like you guys pod. This is from Affiliated Poppy. Thank you. As a fellow podcaster, I can tell you guys enjoy what you're doing, and I'm hitting the like button and the sub button, subscribing. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Got to bounce. But thank you very much, man, for being part of the show also.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that.
We love that stuff, man. We love it when you guys come in and be part of the show. It's huge. That's why we do what we do. We wouldn't have anything without you guys. So really appreciate the compliment right there, man. But getting back to Baker real quick, Nikki, it's like, really, it's so petty if they did that to really block the Niners. And again, I can't understand the reasoning from any side. Why Baker? Like, why? And if Matthew Stafford is really done, do they really think Baker's going to be the guy to hook up with Kupp for the next 5, 6, 7, 8? Why not draft a guy? Now they're in prime position to draft a young quarterback.
They don't have any draft picks, because they
that's
give
right.
Up.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Good call.
They give them away.
They are the originator of fuck them picks. They are the originator. So when it comes to them, they have to find a veteran quarterback. Yeah.
Man, but this is not the guy, Nikki. I don't. Whatever.
Because it was a petty move. I'm telling you, they're trying to cock block it, and that's what it is.
And I wonder if the Niners would have done it. Do you think they should have, Nikki? Do you think if Baker was available for San Fran, do you think they should have taken him?
Probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think so too.
I think so. This was a legit, like, no, you can't have him. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Total cock block, man. Because I think the 49ers would have to have considered it, without a doubt, get a guy in the, because you don't know what you're going to get out of Purdy. You really don't. We're just hoping for the best right now and him to not turn the ball over. You know what Baker Mayfield can do, and I think he would have been a decent fit because we wouldn't have asked him to do a lot. Hand the ball off 40 times, throw it about 20, and just don't fuck up.
Yeah, mostly short screens to Debo and the CMC. Like, you're not asking him to do too much. And you guys signed like the ultimate journeyman, right? In Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson. Yes, I know. Amazing. I can't believe they did that.
But yeah, they needed a backup at this point, right? Because I think Purdy was the only quarterback on the roster.
Purdy.
Yeah. So they needed somebody. But yeah, I think you guys would have looked at Mayfield and gave it serious consideration. I wonder if your coaches came to CMC and was like, "Hey, should we sign Baker? What's his character like? Do you like him?" I wonder if they had that conversation.
Yeah, and they may have, and I think they would have had to have had that conversation. Again, you would think that Baker Mayfield would be better than Brock Purdy coming in, but I like what Fred Warner said, our star all-pro middle linebacker. He said, Brock Purdy's been going up against the number one defense in practice every single week, and they have confidence in him. And again, he just does not, don't screw it up and make a couple of good throws. And you know what? He threw the ball 37 times last week, guys. You don't do that unless you have confidence in this kid no matter what. And you know what? He completed 25 passes or 22, something like that. So I'm like, okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, he looked good. Now, what happens when teams start to scout you? They find out some of your tendencies. That's where you really start to see, what a quarterback is about. So I mean, it's going to be really interesting. But I'm rooting for him. I love this type of story. I hope that he turns out to be like Saints aren't in it, so I would love to see like San Francisco and the Giants in the NFC Championship game, and you guys going at it. And it's Brock Purdy going against Daniel Jones. I would love to see that.
Oh man,
that'd be great.
Who had that Giants on their bingo card?
Purdy. Mr. Primetime said, "Purdy, are you kidding me?" Against Tampa. Tampa's not a juggernaut anymore, man. They're just not.
Yeah, they're not good. Yeah, that defense is okay. Like they look good against the Saints. The Saints offense sucks. Like Tampa's just okay.
Let me tell you, they almost won that game. Taysom Hill hangs on to that football. Saints win.
Yeah. Taysom Hill holds onto the football. If Mark Ingram doesn't get hurt on that run and go out of bounds, they win the game. But I can't blame him because he was hurt, but maybe he just lay down. I don't know. But he went out of bounds and stopped the clock. So a lot of things had to go wrong for Tampa Bay to win that game. A lot of things.
I think Tampa's defense he's saying they're 5th in the league. I think it's 9th in the league. But either way, we'll see how it goes anyway.
We have a bet in the house, though.
We got a bet?
Oh.
I think you're trying to say I'll buy you dinner. Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was a bet. I'll bet you dinner.
I'll bet. All right. Well, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to have dinner together because I don't know where the hell you live, but we could talk about that off air. So we can.
How about whoever he lives closest to?
Fair enough. And
hey, DoorDash it.
DoorDash it.
That's the way to do it now. It's pretty. Oh man. All right. Let's get on out of here. It's getting late. Nikki, before we do that, tell them what's going on, girl.
Oh my gosh. So many things are going on.
So many things
are going on. Okay, you guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at NikkiNick9384. As you know by now, and if you don't know, it's right there. No, there. I'll get it one day. I don't know, right? I don't know. 3 years of this, I still can't get it right. You guys can catch me in 5 minutes on the Kirby on Sports podcast. I'll be on at 8:30, doing a little spot there talking about the Giants. Oh, there's so much coming up for Giants, Eagles. I'm doing 2 shows on Friday, 6 and 6:30. I will tweet that out. Courtney show on Saturday because we just have to. Of course, Monday night is Rush Hour at 7 o'clock. That is for the fans. You guys come in, vent, celebrate, whatever you want to do. We had a great show on Monday. Tuesday, New York Giants Rush. Wednesday here. Of course, Sunday, Channel Side Bets. And after the season, I'm going to be on that island because I'm tired.
Go. Right? Need a break. Off season coming up for Tricky Nikki Gist, no doubt. All right. Well, first of all, we love you too, Mr. Prime. Thank you. You live in Detroit.
Thank you so much.
So I guess that means Nikki, you're getting.
All right. Okay, I'm close.
We got Miami, we got Arizona, we got New Jersey. So we're all scattered all over the damn place over here. But that's the beautiful thing about technology, D. It brings us all together, and they all listen to your show no matter where they are.
Yes, and one of the reasons that Nikki and Jason look so good is because they listen to my podcast, right? And I do a few different podcasts. The one I started with is The Real Deal with Damian Adams. You can go subscribe to that show. Each and every week I'm dropping an episode, either 1 or 2 per week. Every Wednesday night, this is home, 3rd and 3 podcast. If you're just joining in, you missed it, go subscribe on any podcast platform. You can listen later, or you can just watch the video later on YouTube. Either way, you'll go ahead and enjoy that. GSMC Boxing, that episode dropped earlier today. A lot of things going on in boxing right now. Very interesting as far as the business side and with the fight. So go check out that episode to check that out. And Tyson Fury said that he's the best heavyweight of all time. So I do a little fantasy boxing to see how he would match up against other great heavyweights in boxing history. I think people will enjoy that. And GSMC basketball as well. I think I'll be dropping an episode on Friday morning talking about things going on in NBA right now. NBA is very juicy right now. I know we'll start talking more NBA once NFL season ends, and we'll get into our off season where we just get all wonky. You think it's wonky now? Wait till the off season. When we'll bring back crazy trivia, we'll find out about the 9,000 different types of apples and everything else. So, so just wait for that. But follow me on social media at The Real Deal WDA. I'm always dropping something, some type of post, some type of video, something to keep you engaged. So go ahead and check me out on social media as well. Really appreciate everybody chiming in today. You guys make it so much better.
No doubt. Love it when you guys do that. Love it. And even when my pops comes in here and says, yep, Houston, we have a problem. 7 p.m. Houston. Nope, 7 p.m. Eastern. We know what you meant, Pop. It's all good. Thank you very much for that. He is, my Pop he's a diehard of the show. And let me tell you something about my dad, for real, guys. He has no patience. He doesn't. He can't sit and just watch something unless it's the news for hours. So the fact that he actually watches and listens to this show for as long as we go on is an amazing feat in itself. So, Dad, thank you. Obviously, that means that you like it. You know, your ma is part of the everybody's part of the show. And again,
safe to say our parents are our biggest fans.
They, without a doubt. But you know, when like prime time comes in,
my mom tuned in today as well. Thank you, Ma. Appreciate it.
All right.
Love it. Yeah, the whole family.
Senior Prophet. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Senior Prophet. Yes, he's the reason why I am the way I am with the sports, man. He is the guy. So yeah, look, I still get together with my dad. We watch football on Sundays, not every Sunday, but maybe every other, and it's great. I love it. Love it. Got to keep it alive, man. So as for the Sports Profit, catch me on Twitter, Sports Profit 1. That's the number one. That's profit as in seeing in the future, not winning you money. Although we are winning you money on this show, pay attention to the parlays. They are happening, and pay attention. In a couple of days, I'm going to be doing the breakdown of the spread for each game, picking against the spread. If it was anything like last week, you guys are going to make a whole shitload of money. In the regular games, I was 14-0-1. How I did that, I don't know, but the profit, that's how you get born right there. Things happen. Anyway, so I'll keep you guys in tune for that show. But again, 3rd and 3 is where it's at every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. This is where you'll find us. Week 15 is next time. We'll catch you then. We'll see you later. We're out of here. Peace.
Bye.